Okay, I'm going to show you how to do quadruped abdominal bracing. So in this position, what you're going to do is you're going to get in hands and knees position. We're going to have a little bit of tone even in our ankles, so I want you to flex those ankles to point your toes down into the ground versus laying them flat. So we're going to be a little bit active even down into our feet. So whenever we are in a hands and knees position, it's important that you have some tone in your shoulder. So what that means is that we don't want to have no muscle tone where I'm sinking and sagging my body between my shoulders, where I'm just hanging out in my ligaments. So we're going to be active by pushing our body up. My shoulder stays down though, so as I'm kind of pushing my body up, it's really important that you actively keep those shoulders down so that you don't end up shrugging up and shortening your neck. So again, we're going to get into our active position, and we want to have that nice long spine position. And so we don't have an excessive arch in our back. What we want to make sure of is that if we take a deep breath in with our nose, I feel my belly expanding, but I also feel my back expanding too. So positions we want to avoid when we're in this quadruped position is overly arched. So if I take a deep breath, I feel it mostly in my belly and I feel nothing happening in my back because it's too arched and it's locked out. So we're going to bring ourselves into that neutral position where our back is a little bit in a straighter position with a slight curve only in our low back, the small of our back. If you're having trouble finding neutral, what can be helpful is actually just going through our cat-cow position where I'm arching up as high as I can. And then I'm going to drop down into extension as far as I can. And you can utilize that to just kind of see, well, how far can my spine go in each direction? And then after that, try to find the middle. And usually that will be your personal neutral position. But again, once you find neutral, you want to have a little bit of tone in your shoulders. Head is also in a neutral position versus being dropped down. So you're going to add a little bit of a chin tuck. Deep breath in. And then when you're taking that deep breath, I really want you to think about just letting the belly relax. And you'll see that if you take a deep breath, the belly expands. I don't have any change in my actual spine position though, but my belly is actually allowed to fully expand. And then if I exhale, you'll feel the belly shrinking. So that's just with my inhale and my exhale. So I'm going to add that abdominal brace in this position. As I exhale, I'm going to focus on just hugging my belly closer to my spine. And we're really focused on especially those lower abs below the belly button. Belly button still stays pretty relaxed because we don't want the pull towards the spine to come just from the belly button. We want the whole abdominal wall, especially lower abs, to draw in and hug towards the spine. And then in this position, what you're going to do is you're going to try to hold that hug. You're going to hold that brace and you're going to breathe into it. So now we're trying to hold that brace against gravity. It's pulling our organs and hugging it closer to our spine. You have tone through your shoulders. And so you're really just focused on maintaining your position and maintaining your brace for at least 10 seconds. And then you'll let yourself fully exhale, let the belly drop back down as you're breathing. And take at least 2 or 3 breaths in between before you do another brace. You're going to exhale, draw that brace up, pull the belly towards the spine. And then you're going to breathe, holding the brace, making sure that you're not taking shallow breaths. You're really still focusing on that body expansion as you're breathing so that your brace can actually feel some of that pressure change to get stronger. So that's going to be your quadruped